Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Michaela. Since today's topic, as you guys can see, is Queen and Slim review, the movie that just released last week, if I'm not mistaken. No, Thanksgiving weekend. I said, we gotta sit down. We gotta enjoy this talk while we do it. But before we get into Queen and Slim, if you did not, please like and subscribe, and let's get into it. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I was low-key surprised. Like, for me, my initial thoughts when I left the movie theater, I was in awe. I was telling everybody and their mama, go see the movie. I said, go see the movie. I just love it. And then I got on Twitter, and you know when you see something first and you like, ooh, that was fire. Let me just go tell. And then you didn't think about it. You didn't process it. Like, you process some things, but you didn't process the whole intent. Yeah, that was me. But let's just get into it. So the first thing, before I even get started, I'm gonna just lay one thing out the table that I feel like we all can agree with, that the soundtrack was fire. The soundtrack had literally Lauryn Hill. The fact that y'all got Lauryn Hill to come out her little shell, kudos. Because you know Lauryn be in her shell. She don't come out, and when she do come out, she late. We still love you, Lauryn. We still love you, though. So the soundtrack had people from Lauryn Hill to Megan Thee Stallion to Lil Baby to Burna Boy. I just think they did phenomenal. Hands down, the soundtrack was phenomenal. Killed it out the park. Now let's get into the movie. So honestly, y'all, even though I'm taking apart the piece and I'm thinking of everything, I personally did love the film. So these are the main things that I'm gonna say that I loved about it. I think the fact that they have two Black, especially dark-skinned actors doing the role. I don't care. I loved it. I feel like at the end of the day, it was a chance for them both to shine, and they both killed the hell out their parts. So kudos to that. And I just want to get into the movie itself. So from the get-go, when I watched it, I kind of already knew how it was going to play out. You know what I'm saying? I already kind of knew in the back of my head going into it that it's probably not going to have a happy ending. Not because I was thinking of like the Bonnie and Clyde story or anything. It's just, you know, they ain't never trying to give us no happiness. The last time we got happiness in a film with a Black person is from Get Out. And that even got my heart going. Thank God. You know, I kind of already expected that. So I'm not really upset about the ending. And if, you know, I won't spoil that, I guess. But I wasn't surprised about that. In the diner, I didn't know sis just called him up on it from the Tinder app and saying, oh, let's go catch. So that's the first thing. Sis. Really? And the second thing is, I don't think it's unrealistic, but I just like personally, for me in my head, now that I remembered that it started off with them meeting from Tinder, I thought that they met from like friends or I just thought something else. I did not think it was Tinder. I don't know if they was trying to relate it to us millennials, or actually, my bad, you millennials, us Gen Zers. But the first thing is, I feel like it's cap, for the simple fact that if I just met you off Tinder, there's no way in hell I'm going across the country to be, no. Hell no, to the no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no. I'm not running with you. I guess I gotta sing my little song in the jailhouse. Look, you a lawyer. You could have got me off. The second thing is that I didn't think that was necessary for the film. I do understand it, and I appreciate it for the fact that it gets a conversation going. But the one thing that I did not think that was needed was later on in the scene when they're in Georgia and their car breaks down, and when they meet that little boy that talks about how he wants to be immortal. I really did not like that scene. For me, I felt like it was unneeded and it was unnecessary. You know, we already know that the cops kill us. We already know that police brutality, it's at an ultimate high. It's staggering. We already know that. So for me, it was just like, why? And I feel like that just depicted into the stereotypes of Black on Black crime, but that has nothing to do with the rest of the film to me. I just thought that that was a scene that was unnecessary. I do appreciate it because it does spark a conversation, but I think it was just a ploy to just show another stereotype of Black people. personally, that was probably my first or my second least favorite scene. I personally did not like it at all. I rolled my eyes through it. I was very upset. I wish that boy got me upset because I was with him. I was with him. I was rooting for you.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this.
And then you sat there. You shot that black cop when all the other ones are around there. You could have took one for the team, but you want to take one of ours. Anyway, so the scene goes on, and the one thing too, I also have to say, imagery and the scenery, I think that Melina was spot on. From the horses to just the depiction of how they're still slaves in a way of working in the field. I think she executed it beautifully. For me, I liked it for the fact that it showed them going from the north to the south. And I heard a term on Twitter, and I really was like, oh, I didn't even pick that up. Someone was saying it was reverse slavery. How they started in the south and fled to the north, and vice versa, how now Queen and Slim, which is not even their names, that's another thing that got me upset. I was so upset. This me, I didn't even realize through the whole movie I didn't even ask for no ID. I was upset. But like I was saying, let me get back to my point. I like that I saw on Twitter that they said it was a reverse slavery for how slaves started in the south and fled to the north, and how Queen and Slim are the two main characters started in the north, or Ohio would kind of be north, midwest, I don't even know.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Started from the north and then fled to the south to try to get to Cuba. So I was like, I really didn't think about that, but I did like that. I don't know if Melina was doing that on purpose or vice versa, but I loved that. And I thought that also was another intriguing point. And they get through, you know, when you watch the film, because I'm going to spoil half of the stuff, but I'm not going to spoil everything. So when you get through the film, they have many people help them out, from the female's character's uncle to his connections to his connections. And I enjoyed that till we got to the last person that was supposed to get them over to Cuba. So that right there, it was just like, okay, really? Really? This is what we gonna do? This is what you gonna do? You gonna just sell us out? So when you watch it, his name is Judas. Judas. His name is Judas. Just like how Judas gave up Jesus, one of his own disciples, I'm going to call him, because even though that ain't his disciple, he's still a brother. And brothers should not be turning on other brothers. But basically, towards the end of the movie, they're damn near at walking on the terminal to get on the plane to fly over to Cuba and be gone forever. And the police show up. I said, wow. Here we go. I'm thinking, and you know what's the funny thing is, when I was watching it, the guy sped off, Judas, he sped off a little too fast on that terminal. I knew something was going on, but I was still giving Brother Man the benefit of the doubt. I was still giving him the benefit of the doubt. Wrong. I knew, should have went with my gut. Won't happen again. But basically, he sells them out, and towards the end of the film, everything starts to unravel. You know, he sold them out. There was 250 grand on their heads. He collected both of them. So for me, it was just like, really? They did all that for our own people to turn on us. And this is where I'm going back to when they were talking about propaganda, and how the fact that the first thing is, we already know that the cops is killing minorities, people of color, black people especially. It's at an ultimate high. To be honest, it's dangerous living in America being a black person. To have films to just completely remind us, as much as it influence it can be, it's just sad that it has to be a reality. And there's been a lot of movies that has executed it, and it has given a point, but it's just in a way, now you look back as a person of color and you're kind of like, all right, well, I'm tired of seeing this. I'm tired of seeing my people depicted in a movie to get views, to get highlights, to get reactions. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, in a way, black people getting shot by the police is a genre. As much as I love Queen and Slim, it's just saddening because we are always reminded, you know, we see it every day. So now to see it in Hollywood and non-people of color benefiting from our demise, it's kind of like a slap in the face. But overall, honestly, guys, I really did love the movie. I don't know, y'all, and please tell me, I don't know if I'm being biased because I saw two chocolate people. You know, when you're a little girl, you don't see a lot of two chocolate leading actors doing a role. So it was nice to see that change, but it's so sad to see, like, why does it feel like Black people have to suffer in order to find love, to find happiness? You know what I'm saying? I think the movie brought out a lot of emotions, a lot of opinions, and a lot of debates that I'm happy that people are talking about. Overall, I think you guys should go see the movie, please, so we can continue this conversation in the comments. I thank you guys for watching. If you guys did not already, please like and subscribe. I will drop my social medias in info below. Please follow me. I will follow back. You know I ain't nobody yet, so I'll follow back anybody that follows me. You see how I do that? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.